Giving some people some time to get logged in. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Jason. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Lamar. Good morning, Anthony. Good morning, Josh. Good morning, Ty. Good morning, Gracie. Good morning, Lydia. Good morning, Mara. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dan. Man, what a beautiful day. It's Monday, February 17th. 17 happens to be my favorite number. I could say that out loud because I don't use it in any of my passwords. So nice try, hackers.
Oh, why? Why 17?
My son was born 4/17/17 at 9:17 in the morning and room 317. So yeah, 17 is a good number.
My birthday is March 17th. That is a good number.
Yeah. His
Yeah,
birthday.
says my good friends.
There we go. So let's hear from you over the weekend. What was great? What was awesome? What was not so awesome, but you're still proud of it anyways?
I had my first open houses over the weekend. Last time I was on here was when you told that story about the snowboarding and the taking action. I was like super inspired. So I literally just had orientation at my brokerage this past Thursday, but I had started setting up things before that just because of that last Zoom I attended. So I was super proud of it. Saturday I had a good turnout. Sunday nobody showed up besides my family, but I'm glad to get things going.
Good, man. Nothing will replace taking action. Nothing. I love that, man. Good for you.
Thank you.
Dan, I submitted an offer last night for a client.
There we go. Fingers crossed for Christina. I know it's the best offer that listing agent has ever seen, so not
For
worried about it.
sure.
Oh, chisel.
I'm just gonna mention, Dan, when nobody comes into the open house, just be calling people because you're gonna get deals there too.
Yeah, there's a way to make it work.
And do your social media because then people will see that you're in the business.
I got something funny that happened the other day. So it was about like 6 days ago. I don't know why I haven't told you guys yet, but I was showing my clients from my restaurant that I've been taking around to a bunch of different houses. Well, they sent me some house that was like absolutely beautiful and it was listed for $110,000. And they were like, is this the real price? And as soon as I opened the listing up, I was like, uh-oh, this is a problem. And it was like 11 at night when they had texted me. And I honestly did not know what to do. Nobody was awake, so I didn't call nobody. So I just acted like I didn't see their text message. And I woke up at like 6 a.m. and called my mom. And I checked the listing again. It
It
was
was
listed for,
1.1.
yeah, it was listed for 1
Ty, I
million.
got the same thing. I had my clients go, we want to put an offer on this right now. And I said, you and me both, friends. I
Yeah,
said,
I know. I that's
proceed.
exactly like I woke up and like let me call my mom, but I was like, this has to be a mistake. And then as soon as I called my mom, I was logging into the MLS and then I saw it and I was like, oh yeah, it's already fixed. But I was like, there I was like, there is no way that this
Yeah,
house
the
is this.
listing agent was, I texted her and it, like literally at night, I didn't even care. I just texted. She obviously didn't get back till the next morning. And I said, I'm guessing this is absolutely an error, but if not, I have a buyer immediately.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, I was just like, I just was so like in shock because I was like, there's no way this is not like something messed up because the house was like, even if the house was messed up, there's no way it would sell for that cheap. But that's my little incident. And then on top of that, they we are down to two houses, so they're just deciding on the two houses. So hopefully here
Man,
pretty soon. I don't want to say anything because I've been saying it for the past couple weeks. Hopefully soon we get something figured out.
Ty, I drove past and saw a sign with your name on it in front of a house yesterday.
Yeah, I need to go get
right
that
now.
changed because my phone number just got changed. So I'm actually picking that up today, taking it to the sign store so I can get my phone number changed on it. That reminds me. I appreciate you for that.
There you go. You guys had a busy weekend. I love it. Anything else?
My son was in the rodeo. He
There we
did
go.
the mud busting.
Did he win?
No, he jumped right off because he said the sheep's hair was going to fall off. But he
Well,
was very upset we couldn't take the sheep home.
I would be upset also. But hey, I'm proud of him. Getting out there on them sheep.
Yeah, he wants to do the Benson one, so
There we go. Let's just start something. That kind of goes into what I want to talk about today. Monday, we really focus on mindset. And I think mindset is the most important thing any of you can focus on. And if you disagree, you're wrong. Because it all starts upstairs. Every bit of it. Now, what's important to talk about is the power of taking that first step. Like we talked about it in the example of my snowboarding where I had to take that first step off the ledge. And every time I looked at it, it seemed bigger and bigger and bigger and more grandiose and scarier and scarier and scarier. But the reality is the first step is the same size, no matter how long it takes you to take that first step. Many people overthink their goals and never start because you're stuck in analysis paralysis, right? I know some of you deal with that. Analysis paralysis. What could go wrong? I'm not prepared. What if I don't have everything I need to be successful? What happens if somebody says, "Yeah, I am thinking about buying or selling a house. What do I do next?" There's a lot of things that are going to take a first step. How many things in your life have you done without being fully prepared for? How many things in your life have you started not knowing what the outcome would look like? Many of us are brazen enough to do witchcraft. You go to the store, you get a box of goods, you read the instructions on the book of witchcraft, and you add the ingredients into a cauldron, you mix it up, and you throw it into a fiery pit of doom, and out come some delicious sweet treats. I don't know about you, but that sounds like witchcraft to me. You're putting a bunch of ingredients together in a cauldron, and you're throwing them in fire, and out comes a cake.
I think being a parent's a good example too.
Oh, yeah, we could run for days on that one. I still don't know what I'm doing, and I've got decades of practice and multiple trials. But you know what? I'm still learning, still figuring it out. But I can tell you though, action is the number one reason for success. Because small actions compound over time. Not every day are you going to jump off the ledge and skydive into success. Sometimes it's as small effort as tying your shoes. Make it a real estate thing. Do you know making 5 extra prospecting calls daily might seem small, but over a year, that's 1,200 extra calls. 1,200. That's a lot. A lot of us don't take action because we're not certain it's going to be perfect. Raise your hand mentally if that's you. I don't want to see it. Are you the type of person that needs to have it to be right before you'll do it at all? No. Done is better than perfect. I'm going to say that again. Done is better than perfect. How many of us have amazing ideas? Great marketing ideas, amazing talent plans, YouTube videos, and all kinds of stuff that we're going to put out there that's going to be perfect once we figure out how to do it. How can you share your ideas if you don't put them out there? How can people connect with you if you don't share? How can anybody be a part of your vision if you don't cast it? We can look at some great stories in time of failure that became triumph. Walt Disney was first fired from his job for not being creative enough. Could you imagine being that hiring and firing manager later in life, being like, yep, I'm the one that fired that guy. I'm an idiot. But sometimes we don't take action because of the opinions of others. There's a small select group of us that will take action in spite of people. That might be you. You might be the type of person when someone says you can't do it, the little voice in your head says, watch me. We all got a little defiant in us, I know. Some of us, that's our entire personality. Don't tell me what I can't do. I'm going to prove you wrong. The underdogs, right? The gritty underdog is a person that is willing to do the work, willing to take action. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know why I'm doing it. If you write one sentence down and you think about it, I want it to be that one sentence. I may not know what I'm doing, but I know why I'm doing it. Because we focus on why we're doing something. We'll figure it out along the way, won't we? And if we focus on what we're doing, we often lose focus on why we're doing it. And that's where I see burnout, disappointment, fatigue, failure. There's no better cure for a downtrodden environment than more action, more energy, more footwork, more passion. Someone's smiling because they know that that sound comes from TikTok. But remember, done is better than perfect. Perfectionism kills process. Perfectionism kills progress. Perfectionism kills motivation. A good example of this is a realtor is hesitant to post on social media because they want the video to be flawless. Meanwhile, some bald idiot with a red beard is posting constantly. Good or bad, doesn't matter, gets engagement and builds brand awareness. While you're spending 20, 30, 40 hours figuring out the perfect video and getting the production right and the lighting right and the cameras right and everything right, someone out there is just posting and connecting. Well, Dan, my video only gets like 30, 40, 50 views. That's 30, 40, 50 views more than if you didn't post it. Well, Dan, no one came to my open house. Yeah, but that's 30, 40, 50, maybe even 100 people that drove by the sign that said your name, and now they're starting to associate your name with real estate. Well, Dan, I called 100 people and all I got was voicemails. Well, that's 100 people that now have your voice captured in their phone. Take action.
Planting seeds.
Yeah, take action. Refine later. Do you get better thinking about doing something or through the motions of actually doing it? Man, I am not that good at jumping rope. It's rather quite traumatizing to see. However, the more I do it, do you think I'm going to get better or worse? I am physically not the type of person that the inventor of the jump rope was thinking about. Let's give this bearded rhino a piece of string and tell it to jump over it. But no matter that it's completely against who I am, what I'm doing, and all odds are against me for success, do you think if I jumped rope for 30 minutes a day, every day for 3 months, I might be getting better at it? Now, you might not see me in spandex doing TikTok videos to music, but I bet I won't trip as much. I bet I won't hurt myself as often. I might actually get a rhythm down. But some of us think, you know what, real estate's hard for me, or business is hard for me, or people are hard for me because I'm just not naturally wired that way. Most of us aren't. But we take small action. Those small actions will fuel confidence for more action. It doesn't need to be right, doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be now. Take action. Take massive action. If you think it's going to take you 2 hours to do a task, plan for 6. but get it done, because done is better than perfect. I repeated that because someone who just joined the call needs to hear it. Done is better than perfect. Lastly, be the person who takes actions when other people hesitate. When the market is uncertain, right, during COVID, 5 years ago, a lot of people were uncertain. They weren't taking action. They were hesitating. But a few people out there went and said, you know what? I see an opportunity. And they took massive action. They bought up homes. They bought up a bunch of properties at super low interest rates. And now they have cash flow coming out the ears. And a lot of other people are sitting back going, man, I wish I would. I wish I could have. I should have. No, I'm sorry. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that took action and bought a house. I'm one of those people that took action, got into real estate when nothing else was working. I'm tired of relying on other people. I'm going to do it for myself. I'm going to do it for me. Because in business and in life, those who act fast, adapt, and win. I've never, ever been in a game where someone came off the sideline that wasn't at practice and knew what they were doing. So take action. Make mistakes. Fail forward. If we talked about every time in my life that we failed, you would shake your head and wonder why the hell I'm even here. And sometimes I don't share those stories out of the fear that people are going to see me as a fraud. Well, Dan, if you could make those mistakes and still be there, then why am I listening to you? No. It's because I've failed that gives me the unique ability to teach, coach, and guide. It's because I've failed that gives me the unique ability to help people through rough and tumble transactions. It's because I failed that I have learned not only from my own mistakes, but the mistakes of people around me, how to navigate the deep intricacies of this business. Now, I could have sat back and read a book and went to a class and talked to a mentor and did all the things possible to theoretically know what I was doing. And maybe I wouldn't have failed. But I can tell you that I went out there and I ran. I hopped, I skipped, I jumped, and I fell into real estate transactions I didn't know I was doing. I messed around. I figured it out. I asked questions, says, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Broker, I think I fucked up. Can you help me? I asked for clarity. I took notes, but I didn't repeat errors. I took action, massive action. I built websites and I did social media stuff and I made videos and I came up with stupid dad jokes. Did it work with everyone? No. But the clients that engaged with that type of an interaction and that type of post, do you think are the type of people I want to work with? I had a client that got mad at me calling him sir. Don't call me sir, I work for a living. I'm like, you know what? I don't think we're going to work out. I don't want to be in business with someone like that. And I figured that out because I've worked with people like that. There is no better teacher on this planet than experience. Well, Dan, I'm young. No one's going to give me the chance. Okay. Think of the most successful person you know in any endeavor. Did they start out that way? Jessica said, yeah, you're a damn liar. Tiger Woods did not start as the best golfer. He started as a little kid that had a game plan and a dad that said, you know what? I see something in you. Let's hone it. Let's sharpen it. Let's practice it. Michael Jordan wasn't born 7 foot tall and good at basketball. He grew up with a passion and he practiced and he played and he pushed himself. The smartest person on earth is not the richest person on earth. The most able-bodied individual probably didn't even get into the race because they were held up by their fears. Up here stopped them before the body ever did. I remember my first wrestling match, 6'2", 275 pounds. I was the biggest damn eighth grader you'll ever see. And I thought I was tough shit. I was the biggest in school. Ain't nobody gonna fold me over. Insert 6'5", 400-pound 8-year-old or eighth grader. I lost that match before I even stepped onto the mat. Why do you think I lost? Because I went out there with the thought of how can I ever beat this guy? He's so much bigger than me. And he was. He was substantially bigger than I was. 3 years later, after coaching and practice and other matches and getting folded into a taco by my coach and my mentors, I faced that same gentleman again. And he didn't get any smaller. But I got faster. I got smarter. I got better. And I got more certain that if I did what I was supposed to do, the outcome would be in my favor. And I went out there, and this kid laid on his laurels and said, I beat you 3 years ago. You ain't got nothing now. And after 3 of the most grueling rounds of my life, I pinned him. And my wrestling record was like 2-30. I wasn't that good. But I remember that giant SOB from Baba Kivri. That guy was massive. But if I didn't take action and if I didn't step on that mat thinking I already lost, I might have had a chance. Anyone watch the Super Bowl a couple weeks ago? Could you see the defeat on the Chiefs players' faces during the second quarter? Anyone else pick up on that? I knew the game was over then. I was hoping for a halftime revival. I'm not even a Chiefs fan. But you can see the camera would plan their faces and they had defeat written all over. There wasn't a warrior on that field. There was a bunch of people that came in like, we were the champs last year. You guys ain't got nothing. But they didn't put in the action. It didn't work. Be the person who takes action because your actions reflect who you are. Right? I don't trust anything somebody tells me, and I only believe half the stuff I see. Actions speak louder than words because you can't fake action. I can ask my kids all day, did you clean your room? Oh, yeah, I took care of it. Okay, let's go check. Why does it ghost? But if my son comes bouncing down the stairs with a trash bag, says, Daddy, I took out my trash. I put my dirty clothes away. Can I have ice cream? I'm probably not going to check. Why? Because he's showing up with action. Now, how does this all translate into real estate? Well, if you want to do more in your business, you want to make more things happen in your life, is it going to take more action or less action. If anybody has figured out the secret cheat codes to success, let me know what it is. Man, give me some of my time back. Let me take the easy route. But what I found is the easy route only happens when you're at the top of the hill and you're going down. But then you got to climb the next hill. Got to take action. What did you hear today that stood out to you? It's the bottom left button. Looks like a microphone. Got to unmute yourself.
Done is better than perfect.
Done is better than perfect. A few of you I know needed to hear that. Done is better than perfect. What else? I'm glad that Stephanie was here. Thank you, Stephanie, for being a part of this morning.
I would say analysis paralysis. I never really heard of that before. Like overthinking something too much before you start can get you into like this phase to, freeze up a little bit. And it's better to just like take action and do it
Yeah.
and learn as you go rather than just like being scared to just start at all.
You can mind fuck yourself real easily. You can create every possible scenario in your head to not do something. You're talking yourself out of it. You're coming up with reasons why failure is okay. But also overthinking it because you're like, I got to make it perfect. So remember, done is better than perfect.
Never experienced that.
Never once in your life, huh, Mikey? No. Mikey hears that loud and clear, right? Analysis paralysis. That's actually who I got it from. Is Mikey used to say it all the time. I'm struggling with analysis paralysis. Yeah, because he's frozen in thought. Just take action. I don't care what it looks like. Get it done. Refine, right? Take action, refine later. Someone else came off mute too. Was it Jason?
Yeah, I have it written down. If I may not know what I am doing, but I do know why I'm doing it.
Yeah, I may not know what I'm doing. I know why I'm doing it. Jason, when you got into real estate, did you know what you were doing?
No, sir.
No. But did you have an idea of what you wanted out of life and how real estate would help you get there?
Yes, and it was also the same thing that you said, that I was that type of uh, FU. You told me, not you, but people told me I couldn't do it. So it was more of a fuck you to them and show you that I could do it.
And it happens, right? If we're that type of person, use it. My wife is that type of person, man. I tell my wife, you can't clean the dishes as well as I can. It didn't work. I was hoping it would. But maybe if someone else told her that. But here's the thing. Why do we care what other people think? Because you don't care what you think enough. You are so worried about it being perfect or doing it because someone else is going to look at it and think about it. No, do it, put it out there. Done is better than perfect. Right? Smoke us. Focus on the small actions because small actions compound over time. If you're going that direction, do it anyways. Oh man, I really need to stop by this business and drop off some cookies or some donuts or some brownies to do some lead generation. When am I going to do it? You drive by that business 30 times a month. Well, one day, just set yourself up for success. Go buy the donuts and then drive by and do it on wherever you're going. Create habits that you can stack on things you're already doing. You want to be more physical? Get a treadmill. Do 30 minutes of lead gen while you're walking. You scroll through TikTok or Instagram an hour a day. Do that in a sauna or on a treadmill or on a stationary bike. Probably safer on a stationary bike so you don't fall over as easily on a treadmill. I'm just saying, you can do small actions that will add and compound over time on things you're already doing now. So remember, there's a lot of power in taking that first step. Define your goals, take action towards them. Like we talked about on this call, talking about doing the thing is not doing the thing. Writing down doing the thing is not doing the thing. Getting excited about what would happen when you do the thing is not doing the thing. The only thing that's doing the thing is doing the thing. So go do the thing. I'll see you tomorrow. High five.